Congratulations! You might be living through your last frost and freeze of the season. Hey everyone, it's meteorologist Joe Martucci here. We have a freeze for those dark blue areas, and then we have some frost that's possible in those lighter blue areas here. This is pretty typical to have our last frost or freeze in the middle of April here. And unless you do live in the Royal Pine Barrens, where I say thank you for watching, you're probably going to be done with that frost or freeze, at least until sometime in late October or November. And at the coast, at least for most of the coast, ocean on south into Atlantic and Cape May counties, we are already past our final frost and freeze of the season. All right, let's take a look at why we're chilly here this morning. It's because we have a big blast of Arctic air around this upper level low pressure system that's been spinning around in eastern Canada. It's not as cold as last Saturday because that was gross, but we are talking about temperatures below average this morning and then actually rising to near seasonable levels. And it's thanks to that strong April sun and that clear sky that will get us to 60s for a number of spots. Now, we're dry for today. And then as we go into Friday, we're going to see more cloud cover, but I believe any rain stays to our north. And that rain's associated with a warm front, and warm we will get as we go into Saturday, where temperatures are going to be in the 70s for a number of inland places and the shore well in the 60s. Let's take a look at our Thursday forecast. You see that big jump in temperatures, almost a 30-degree jump for inland spots from 7 a.m. to about 6 p.m. here. We're talking about plenty of sunshine. It's our first day that's completely sunny since April the 9th, and winds a little bit lower than where we were yesterday. However, we do have the risk for wildfires today because we have the lower humidity than yesterday. We have some gusty winds, and that ground is even drier as we get further removed from that rain that we had earlier in the week. So I'm not saying you can't burn, but if you do, use extreme caution when doing so. Here's a look at Thursday night's forecast. It's seasonable temperatures for us, upper 30s for Tin Falls and inland areas. Seattle City and the shore in the mid 40s here. And now let's take a look at Friday's forecast, where we're going to be about seasonable again, just with more cloud cover. Wave heights will be increasing as we go forward in time because our winds will kick up as we go into our Friday night. Now, in terms of Easter, we are looking for a dry morning, but some showers as we go into the afternoon. I think the showers are light, though, and they're mainly south of the AC Expressway. So if you're celebrating on the boardwalk in Long Branch, I think you're going to be okay for pretty much all day long on Easter Sunday. Here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast. Temperatures rise and really rise as we go from Friday to Saturday. Mid to upper 70s. Spring fever on your Saturday. Easter Sunday still warm, around 70 degrees here. And then we bring it back down as we get a shift in the winds. They come out of the east on Monday. We'll only be in the mid 40s. And then we get more seasonable as we go into the middle part of next week. But even at the coast, we should be in the 60s on Saturday. The only exception would be right along the immediate Delaware Bayshore. Check out our latest episode of Tidal Flooding Talk with South Jersey weather legend and my weather dad, Jim Everwine. You can find it on my social media pages, or you can go to Triax 57 social media pages as well.